Rama.
I'm grateful to Professor Swaminathan to have given me this opportunity to have a building and to do research activities at the Women's Biotech Park. We have a specialized unit for the ocular research under my guidance. We have looked into the prevalence of diabetic eye diseases in the urban population in Chennai and published accurate data on the prevalence of diabetic retinopathy, and also looked at the risk factors and its association with all the other various complications of diabetes. Unique aspect of this ocular research unit is the establishment of the human retinal endothelial cell culture for the first time in India. Currently, we are planning a human trial with curcumin. We are also looking into the feasibility of doing telemedicine or teleophthalmology for giving care for the diabetic subjects in the rural areas.
The Cell and Molecular Biology Department, headed by Dr. M. Balasubramaniam.
Our laboratory utilizes cell and molecular biology tools to better understand the pathogenesis of diabetes and its complications. It's the first time actually in India we can be able to actually culture the skeletal muscle cells from the type 2 diabetes patients and also control subjects. Now we can take up actually the bigger studies such as looking at microarrays, RNAi and proteomics aspects. These studies are important in the context. Very recently there are 7 to 8 new genes have been identified. We don't know the functionality of these genes. So what we have to do is whether these genes are expressed in skeletal muscle or other tissues in relation to insulin sensitization, we should look at the cellular and molecular level.
Tissue Culture Laboratory houses target-specific cell lines and primary cultures for carrying out experimental diabetes research related to insulin secretion and action. In addition, to understand the signaling patterns and cellular targets that lead to retinal neovascularization, a retinal endothelial pericyte cell model is currently under study. The Molecular Genetics Department, headed by Dr. Radha Venkatesan.
The main objective of this department is to find the genes that are responsible for type 2 diabetes and also other types of diabetes such as the type 1 and the MODY. We use higher-end equipment and also technology such as the gene sequencing, the HPLC, and real-time PCRs. Currently, we are engaged in genome-wide scanning, which will help us in finding novel genes that are responsible for this disease. The ICMR has recognized the Madras Diabetes Research Foundation Molecular Genetics Department as ICMR Advanced Center for Genomics of Type 2 Diabetes.
The Advanced Biochemistry Department works on the risk factors and markers for cardiovascular disease. The Clinical Trials Department, headed by Mrs. S. Pungode, has been successfully testing the efficacy of various anti-diabetic and lipid-lowering drugs, including Ayurvedic compounds. The IT department is headed by Ms. Rekha Thangappan.
For data access, all users are assigned a specific user ID with the password through which they can access the data. Also, there's an audit trail which is maintained to ensure that if any changes are made to the data, we are able to have an audit trail on that.
The library is well equipped with an excellent collection of journals and books on diabetes and its complications. MDRF has a track record of continuous publications in world-class peer-reviewed journals. Over 250 scientific papers published in well-reputed national and international journals. Over 300 presentations in various national and international conferences. As part of its continued commitment to education and research in diabetes, the center organizes various educational programs for diabetologists, ophthalmologists, MSc students, etc.
Over 400 nutrition students have undergone internship at our center.
To cater to the educational update on diabetes for diabetologists in India, MDRF has joined hands with American Diabetes Association ADA USA and conducted MDRF ADA postgraduate course in diabetology since 2002 and has benefited over 4,000 doctors from primary to tertiary healthcare services. MDRF Emory Global Diabetes Research Center was recently established as part of its global health initiative with the Emory University at Atlanta, USA.
Mohan and I want to thank our administrative staff, chiefly Mr. Tanikemani, our General Manager, Mr. Shivakumar, Manager of Projects, and all our team who have all coordinated to make a very successful project which we hope will lead to great research discoveries in diabetes and its complications.
The MDRF, under the able guidance of Dr. V. Mohan and Dr. M. Rama, has grown from strength to strength, from its humble beginning in a small room to its 6.5-acre campus, to numerous research projects and international collaborations. It's all set to be a new dawn in the international map of diabetes research.